Good morning, afternoon, and or evening. This is Derek, Professor Silly Gaming, and let's check back in with Professor Silly versus The Walking Dead in the land of Fallout 4. Last time, we went to Libertalia because we were told that that is where the governor, one of the leaders of the Raiders, was to be found. Although we took Libertalia with the help of the Brotherhood, and then there was no governor. So at some point I do want to go back to the guy outside of Diamond City who told us that information and find out what the hell. In the meantime, and since last time, I did come here to the Memory Den, got rid of Dance, and found out that the Courser chip, to get it analyzed, I need to track down the railroad. So, of course, if we were playing this for the first or second time or whatever, then we would have to like figure out the clues and follow the red little red brick trail through from the Boston Commons up to the location of them. But we've played this game so many times, we know how to find it. We need to go up to a church, and that church is up here-ish, somewhere up in here. So we just need to head out and head north a little bit and then a little bit east to find that. I'm actually going to go, I think, east and then north because there's raiders and other stuff in between me and there, and I want to make my life a little bit easier. So I'm going to head that way and meet them. Let's get this main storyline going. So we can have access to the Institute, and then that'll give us that fast teleportation out of danger to the Institute whenever we need to. So without further ado, let's go do this. All right, encountered some raiders and some gunners on the way here, but minimal zombies. Well, I saw one zombie, but it was just a dead raider who was then going after the gunners. And here, on the other hand, we definitely got some zombies. But zombies are a lot slower than ghouls, so it's quite alright. Yes, the zombies do hear the gunshots, but fortunately, between VATS and our weapons, zombies are really the least of my concerns. A little bit of light probably going to help a little bit. It's not like we have to be that sneaky with the zombies. Hello there. Oh, that didn't take you out? Well. Make sure that's sneaking up behind me. Yeah. We're good. Alright, and of course the, simple enough to do this.
But to be crystal clear, if you use that data and discover anything involving the Institute, you share it with us first. Otherwise, our relationship will be in jeopardy.
Everyone's all, you've been hitting the chems way too hard. But I got my eyes open. I see.
Any news on Scarecrow? He was in the entryway when this happened.
Okay, we have got the Courser chip code, and if we look at this, then we are supposed to return to Virgil. Of course, that is very far across the map, but we can take a vertibird there now, thanks to our alliance with the Brotherhood, which is exactly what we were going to do. Even though we're not playing on survival, we could fast travel. I'm trying to play this, a little bit more realistically. That said, we're going to want to swing by, like I said, Diamond City to find out what's the deal with the governor and why he was not at Libertalia. So, alright, well, I didn't actually see the body. I did kill everybody at Libertalia. That is where he was. So, he's taking it as confirmation that the governor is in fact dead. A lot was happening with the vertibird and the other Brotherhood folks. So, it is what it is. But nobody's living there anymore, so we're good to go. And on that note, we're going to still head back up now the rest of the way to Sanctuary to grab our armor. We made Sanctuary. We survived. We are able to make a jetpack and the Stealth Boy technology into our armor, although we have to pick which one we're using. Right now we have the jetpack. But let's go down and see Virgil. Keep all of our guns loaded. Alright, we're going to tell Virgil the good news and get the schematics for the teleporter. We will, however, take off our helmet. Hey there, big guy. Oh, yeah.
I have the code.
Suppose I shouldn't be surprised.
Okay. So, of course, we are going to have the Minutemen help us. Because thinking about this playthrough, the main issue is that it's a zombie apocalypse. Now, the Minutemen, we're rebuilding society, so that's good. That's what you want to do in The Walking Dead. That's what Rick was always trying to do in The Walking Dead, was rebuild something resembling a functioning society. Of course, the Raiders are in the way with that. The Brotherhood just want to hoard technology, and it's more militaristic. And frankly, thinking of like 30 Days Later, sometimes militaristic instincts aren't the best thing for zombie apocalypse or for societies in general. Now, it's nice having them as allies in case we meet some other growing society. I'm thinking about like Caesar's Legion in Fallout New Vegas. Having the Brotherhood would be very handy for something like that. The Railroad, I agree with Virgil, kooks. Now, the Institute, if anyone's going to have the science to cure the zombie apocalypse, it would be the Institute. So, of course, at this point in the story, they seem like the big boogeymen, but and we're not even in there, so that's kind of beside the point. So the Minutemen seem like the best option for making the teleporter. Keep the Brotherhood as allies for now, but don't give them too much power over the situation. And then once we get into the Institute, we'll see what's what. Okay, well, it took a couple of weeks. Getting all the materials was a large challenge. I sold a bunch of my legendary equipment that I was storing up at Red Rocket in order to afford the concrete shipments necessary, but we are done. We have built. I feel that it's important to keep what we're doing somewhat secret from prying eyes, so I went ahead and built a complete building just for the molecular relay. And I have to hit that switch twice because I'm not the greatest with the switches and whatnot. And here we are. Actually don't need those wooden half floors in there, but it's fine. They were helpful for getting the walls in place up there. So we are ready to there we go. We are ready to get the show on the road and go meet Father.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. I'll start scanning for it. Just get on the platform. I'll do the rest. Okay. Hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. Don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration.
It's not just there for decoration, dude, my dude.
Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Okay, we are in. Technically hidden, so I feel that we can go ahead and do the thing. Still hidden, technically. All right. That seems really lax on their part. All right.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful.
Road to freedom has failed.
I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance.
Discuss what comes next.
Okay. Okay, so... I'm always inclined to side with the Institute in this game, but I'm not so sure that that is the right decision to make in the world of The Walking Dead. We already know that the synths can become zombies above ground, but can they become zombies down here? Does the infection reach all the way down into the Institute? With them bringing me in, I don't see how it wouldn't unless the molecular relay somehow wipes the zombie virus away, which I suppose is possible. So I do want to keep my promise to Virgil, because much as the Brotherhood hates all mutants, if there is a cure for the super mutant virus, well, that'd be a good thing to know. That'd be a good thing to have in the world. Getting rid of the super mutants by curing them seems really, really like a good idea. Now, the fail we had was with the Minutemen, and that's simply the fact that I'm not infiltrating the Institute on behalf... Or not the Minutemen, I'm sorry. The fail we had on behalf of the Railroad is because we're not doing their double agent nonsense and talking to their man on the inside, which is all well and good. I don't see where... Of all the factions within the realm of The Walking Dead, the Railroad makes the least amount of sense. They make little sense in the regular game, but in a zombie apocalypse, freeing synths that could be more powerful zombies in the long run seems incredibly short-sighted. So I need to meet all the heads of the various whatnots, and then we'll go from there. All right. Well, here. Now, my character, Derek, is already pretty much an expert with nuclear physics and in general science. So, I mean, my character is something of a scientist himself. That said, we are no expert when it comes to chemistry. We know the bare minimum of medical information, medical sciences. So bioscience is something that is kind of foreign to Derek. But if they are able to produce food at this kind of scale, that could be very useful for a new society. All right, I've spoken with all the heads. Still on the fence as to whether or not the Institute is going to be ultimately valuable in the fight against the zombie apocalypse. Although I would say I'm leaning towards them, yes, being a very valuable asset if they could be led in the right direction. The synths are kind of a problem. Curing the zombie plague and helping rebuild society, that's what they should be doing down here. The synths, I'm not sure if that is really the best approach. I mean, if they can make the synths immune to the zombies, then maybe that can lead to getting everything else immune. But we shall see.
Get moving. Uh-huh.
Now, I did just clear Libertalia a few weeks ago. It has been a few weeks, because building the molecular relay took some time. But that place was cleared less than a month ago. So whether we need to actually clear it, I guess we will see. So it looks like we are going back to Libertalia. And for that, I should probably get my armor. Which means we need to make our way back up to Sanctuary. I did promise the Brotherhood that I would check in with them. So let's actually go to the Pridwin. So I'm going to call a vertibird and head back to the Pridwin and report in with them there. And then I'll take another vertibird up to Sanctuary. And that way I don't run into any raiders or zombies.
Our latest intelligence tells us you've infiltrated the Institute and liberated a valuable holotape from their facility. I'm quite disappointed you chose to build the signal interceptor without the Brotherhood Knight. However, you've secured passage to and from their facility, which was one of our primary goals. So, I'm willing to overlook your lapse in judgment, since you've unexpectedly accelerated our plans. I now have 2 missions for you to complete. First and foremost, I want you to bring that holotape to Proctor Ingram right away. There could be data vital to the success of our mission on that tape, so we can't afford to take any chances. The second part of your mission requires a bit of background to explain. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital waste. Good luck, Knight.
Okay, so this is a quandary for us in the world of The Walking Dead. The Brotherhood is better prepared to take out the Raiders, but the Institute is in a better position to cure the zombie plague. I don't think I want to turn in the holotape to these guys. I don't want to completely break ties with them either. So I just don't know about that. He didn't say I'd do it right away. Did he say? He did say I had to do it right away. So I'm breaking an order if I go back to Sanctuary and give it to the Minutemen. But I'm just a knight with these guys. I'm their general. So... And I want the two to work together. So, Maxon, you're being kind of a dick. It's great.
Here's that holotape you gave me. Full of Institute data. I hope.
Well, all right. I'll start digging into this and see if I can make heads or tails of it.
What do you hope to find?
Whatever the Institute doesn't want anybody to know. All the good stuff on here is going to be encrypted. So the first job is to see if I can crack it. After that, well, I'll have to see what I've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe.
All right, so in the interest of not alienating anybody, Institute, Brotherhood, well, the Railroad can go screw themselves. I repainted my armor to Minutemen. The Brotherhood might take offense to this a little bit, but frankly, I'm just showing them that this is where my loyalties lie. I'm rebuilding the Commonwealth. That is my main concern. I'm in charge of this particular militia, which is a type of army. And so, you know, I want us to have an alliance, but if I have to choose, the Minutemen is what I'm choosing. And yeah, it doesn't show the 4 stars of my rank, but it's close enough. All right, let's head to Libertalia. I want to see if I can see anybody before we head over there. Who are you, and why are you shooting at me? Stop it. Saying we didn't need to kill everybody, but they keep shooting at me. All right, well, we might as well fix ourselves up before we head over.
Hold up a moment, sir. There's something important I need to tell you.
Okay.
I'm listening.
I'm going to give you B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset his cognitive processes and make him docile. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down, I can transport him safely back to the Institute.
That raises a question. Can you use reset codes on them after they've turned into zombies? probably not.
Good. I'd like to avoid any unnecessary violence.
Well, he might not be alone up there. Violence might be inevitable. That's all, sir. Ready when you are.
Got 64 and 9. All right, we're going to use have the plasma rifle ready. I feel like the light's intimidating. We'll leave it on.
Well done. By your gear, I'm gonna guess you two are agents just like me. So, made it to the top. If the Institute's so desperate resources and stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs.
All right, let's use the recall code.
B592, initialize factory reset, authorization Gamma 71 Epsilon.
Gabriel, can you hear me? Shit, they did something to him. Take them out.
You're not dead? Ammo or armor. Looked like it was a Children of Adam paint job.
All maintenance requests should be directed to facilities.
Son.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
Okay, harsh truth here.
The Institute created that synth, so the Institute is responsible for what it does.
I disagree. A synth is no more inherently evil than a handgun. When a man dies by gunshot, is the weapon's maker blamed? Of course not. The
Maybe
blame
they should share
rightly
in the
falls
blame.
on he who pulled the trigger.
I think there's
Yes,
enough blame
we
to go
created
around.
the synth. But whether they intended to or not, the railroad's agents turned it into a killer.
That
Well,
is also
enough about
true.
that. The task is done, and you've returned our synth safely to us. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. Well done. While you were away, I had quarters prepared for you. You'll find all the basic necessities, as well as a generous stock of arms and equipment. Go and have a look. I think you'll be quite pleased.
I can't imagine living on the surface. It sounds like a nightmare.
Your quarters are just inside, sir. When you're finished here, sir, Father wants to see you.
I'll be honest, an armor stand would be nice. Honestly, I feel like this is a question for another day. On the one hand, we don't want to unnecessarily alienate the Brotherhood of Steel yet. I still don't know whether I'm going to side with the Brotherhood or the Institute in the long run. One will be better for dealing with the Raiders being led by Negan. The other will be more useful for potentially eradicating the zombie virus. And so I don't want to choose sides until one or the other is taken care of. What I might need to do is just switch out my armor to the stealth version, get in there, recall the synths, try to kill nobody, and keep all of the options open. But we will decide that next time. You have a great rest of your whatever, and I will see you that next time. Ta-ta.